At least 3 different protests are ongoing and said to be peaceful at the moment. I want to bring in News Nation's Libbey Dean now, live in Washington. So, Libby, how is the Trump administration reacting to these protests at this hour?
Kelly, we just heard from President Trump speaking for the first time since signing off on the deployment of those 2,000 National Guardsmen to California, a move the president did defend during these remarks, adding they'll do what they see fit to respond to these protesters in L.A. And Trump's deputy chief of staff has insisted that this situation in L.A. is a, quote, violent insurrection. And now Trump was facing those questions on if he will or if he won't invoke the Insurrection Act, which was last invoked in 1992 in response actually to riots that happened in L.A. Here is what the president had to say about this moments ago.
Depends on whether or not there's an insurrection. No, but you have violent people, and we're not going to let them get away with it. If we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order. It's about law and order. We're going to see what we need. We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
President Trump went on to say during those remarks that California officials, some federal officials, could face the effects of what their response has been so far when it comes to if they would face federal charges for not complying with the deportations. And we're also hearing the California government's response. The mayor of L.A. is calling the National Guard deployment, quote, an unnecessary escalation, and California's governor is slamming the defense secretary's threat to deploy active duty Marines. What he's describing this as deranged behavior. That is, of course, from the defense secretary, who said that they could deploy active duty Marines to L.A. And despite this disconnect that we're seeing, Kelly, between the federal and state law enforcement, we know Newsom and Trump spoke on the phone on Friday, and a White House official telling me that during that phone call, President Trump told Governor Gavin Newsom to get police officers in gear and that things were ultimately getting out of control. And then now we've seen this continue to escalate. But that phone call happening Friday, now we're hearing from the president today criticizing Newsom once again.
Yeah, really interesting turn of events. Libby, what can you tell us about what else is on Trump's agenda for the
President Trump is headed to Camp David now, where he's going to hold these high-stakes meetings, but we don't know the subject of these meetings just yet, only that military members, including generals, admirals, and others, are going to be in attendance. Here's what the president had to say ahead of those meetings.
We have meetings with various people about very major subjects. And we thought we'd do it at Camp David. There's probably better security there than any place. We'll be meeting with a lot of people, including generals, as you know, and admirals. No. So we'll be meeting with military people.
Details on this meeting are slim, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that. And the president also declined to say whether or not any foreign visitors would attend today's meetings at Camp David. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that as well as we continue to learn more from the president about these L.A. riots and what the federal government's response is moving forward. Kelly.
All right, Libbey Dean, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.